Hello, this is Jeanette Keynes from Jewelry Arts Inc., also known as Dr. Goldsmith. In this video, I'm going to show you just one method I use to make my granules all the same size. So Beth was just getting ready to melt her granules. So look, there they are. Now, there's lots of different ways to get your granules all the same size. Like for bigger granules, you can actually just take wire and wrap it around a dowel like you would links for a chain and cut them and melt them. For small ones that are all the same size, a lot of times we use one of these cute little hole punches. You know, it depends on just so like the Etruscans, who were the greatest granulators of all time, they didn't make all their granules exactly the same size. They were different sizes, but we tend to be pretty obsessed with making them as close as possible to the same size. So I feel you. But this is just one of our methods, basically, to make the punch. And so, she kind of spread them out a little bit, and usually, so you see, cute. Also, by the way, once you've cut it all out, it makes a very cool texture. You can cut pieces of this and fuse it onto things, and you can make a lot of fun decorative effects. But at any rate, so usually for us, we just use a charcoal block. We usually cut a little groove here just so that hopefully they don't roll off and go straight onto your lap, because they do like to do that sometimes. And I'll just show you how we melt them. Now, I don't do any of that stuff with putting at an angle and dumping them into water, or carving a little depression, because I just don't bother with that shit. I just melt it right on here. I let this cool a little bit, tip it onto a paper plate so that I can funnel it into a container, and because for a big granule, having a little flat on the bottom helps you. You need that, right? And for a really little granule, you don't see the fucking flat anyway. So all of my granules have that. So if you've never looked at my granules and thought, wow, that looks like shit, then you can use this much easier method and be happy. Wait, let me check if my boobs are lit. My boobs are lit. So that's cool. Okay, so what torch tip are you using? So you can use, I'm going to use a 0. You can use a bigger tip as well. But normally when you're making granules, you don't want them to roll all the way across the table. So normally just don't turn your flame up super high. Okay, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit just so it's, because again, if it's turned all the way up, it will tend to kind of blow them, Yes, exactly. Right, a little more than that. I don't have all day for this, you know what I mean? And it's also very satisfying because, to me, I could look at this all fucking day long. It's see, it makes a cute little granule. And I mean, I really just work my way around. The main hack that I do when I do this is, like I said, let it cool off for a minute or two, and then just tip them onto a paper plate. Because if you have to instead pick them up one by one by one with tweezers, you may go mental. But you see what I'm saying? And because the flame isn't turned up super high, they're not rolling away. It's just that they roll a lot. Make sure that you turn your flame down a little bit. And normally also, you don't want to do this on a charcoal block that's all fucked up and looks like the surface of the moon. Usually I maintain a side of a charcoal block that behaves itself and is flat. Another thing too, I'll ball up solder all the time on my solderite board, but when you're making granules, it's better to do them on charcoal. It's the best surface because it doesn't stick to it at all, Sometimes with a solderite board or whatever, bits of it will get stuck to it in a gross way that is hard to remove. So you see what I mean? La la la. So basically, I'm going to give this over to Beth and let her, do all of them. But this is all I do. I do not do the tilt and melt and roll. I do not dig out a little fucking hole. I just do this. You see what I mean? And there's the little close-up, a little circle, little granules. Aren't they adorable? And honestly, though, I will say this. I never make granules when I need granules because that makes me angry. I tend to, you know what I mean? When you need to do prep work, I prefer to do that in a day that maybe I'm not feeling too sharp anyway. So I'm just oh, I'm going to make some granules. I'm going to pull some wire. I'm going to do some monkey work, because then I have it when I need it and I am less bitter about it.
Here's a question.
Yeah. Beth has a question. I'm sure it's going to be extremely pertinent. Go ahead.
Do you recommend using the same size sheet and punch if you use punch so that all your granules are give or take the same, so you don't have to, like, when you run out, you don't. So
Well,
that you're
you would
pretty
want to at
consistent.
least document. If you're trying to, like, I want the same size granule, you know what I mean? Then yes. Like, I would just, like, usually I'll start by making 30 gauge sheet and punching a hole and then seeing. But normally I just vary the thickness of my sheet. I don't bother, because they do make punches of different sizes, but like I don't need 3 of them. I can just make my sheet a different thickness. You know what I mean? So that's how I do it.